attention, it's another DIY with me, Brittany. This video is a little bit different than my last ones just because this one, instead of just being like one item, it is a series of items. Woo! It being a series of items means that it took me way longer to film, edit, and all that good stuff. So please, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. If you didn't, then I guess use your power for a thumbs down, but that'd be kind of lame. So I don't know if you want to do that. And I'm done peer pressuring you. This is a nice little dorm decoration series, and yes, I have lived in a dorm before for 3 out of my 4 years of college. I am now graduated, so I am not in a dorm, but the years that I was, it was actually really fun. The coolest part about having your own dorm room is, yes, it's like a little bedroom, but it is your own area and your own space, and you don't have to worry about what your parents say. I always had like artistic freedom to decorate my bedroom how I wanted to when I was at home, but I did hear a lot about how I was putting crap on the wall, like posters, and I remember when I was going through my Jonas Brothers phase, I had a whole entire wall completely covered in Jonas Brothers like photos and things like that, which I definitely heard a lot about from mom and dad. But if your parents are a little bit more strict, this is your first taste of freedom, which actually I think it's a lot of first taste of freedoms for a lot of people because you're finally out of your house. And if you are going to school, congratulations. If not, still congratulations, you graduated, and that is still a big deal as well. I'm not going to talk too much longer because this video will be long enough already just with all of the DIY projects and whatnot. But if you try any, don't forget to let me know, and I'll see you guys back again at the end of the video. For our first project, you are going to need some letters that spell out the word home, some glue, and a map of either your city or your state, depending about how far you moved away for school. You're going to lay out your letters on the map and start cutting. I wouldn't do this in the middle just so you still have a lot of your map left that you can use for future projects. And as you can see, I'm just kind of sloppily doing this a little bit because we are going to go about and making this precise by tracing your entire letter. And I made a mistake here and I traced on the front of the map, so go ahead and flip over the paper and do it on the back instead, and go ahead and cut that out. After you're all finished with that, you are going to lay down the glue on your letter, and you're going to lay your nice little map H on top of your wooden H, as funny as that sounds, and there you go. All you need for your flowered letter is a letter, glue, fake flowers, a frame, and a piece of paper. I just used a piece of printer paper. It doesn't matter. And this was very difficult, but I just pulled apart the flowers. I got mine from Walmart, but I realized that the dollar store sells fake flowers themselves, so I would try going there instead just so you don't feel like you're wasting $3. After you've got that all cut out and whatnot, you're going to glue down the flowers. I suggest using a hot glue gun for this because this tacky glue, my goodness, did not work. After your letter is completely flowered up, go ahead and add glue to the back. The tacky glue worked just fine for this part. And lay it down onto the piece of paper on the frame, and you're just going to get rid of that glass covering that comes with frames, just because, obviously you can't shove that in there, but it looks great. For our next piece of wall art, print out an outline of your state, get scissors, glue, glitter paper that you can find in the scrapbooking section, and glitter glue, which I may explain later why you probably shouldn't go with this. After you've cut out your state, pin it down to the glitter paper and start cutting out your outline. And as you can see, Missouri has a lot of little ridges, so I just sloppily cut it out at first and then went in afterwards to get the tiny details. After your state is all cut out, flip it over, add glue, and glue it down to your frame, and take your glitter glue and draw a heart where your hometown is. The glitter glue didn't work out as well for me, so maybe you have a better option on what to use instead. For our last wall piece, you're going to need crayons, a hairdryer, and just a plain old canvas. As you may have thought, you're going to peel back the paper and you're going to heat up your crayon with a hairdryer. And it took a little bit at first to melt it, so I just kind of sat it there. And then after I got it all melted, I came up with different techniques to make it look splattered. And you're going to start with the darkest color going to lightest. This next craft is a throwback to my very first video ever. You just need a mug and any colored Sharpie. Take your Sharpie and draw and write whatever you want on your mug. I did #1 cat mom, just to remind the whole world that I love my cats and share my crazy cat lady tendencies, I guess. Unite cat mamas! You're going to preheat your oven to 375. You're going to open it, lay it on a tray, and let it cook for, how long again? Oh yeah, sorry, 30 minutes. And I just left that in there because you know what? Sometimes we all forget. It's been a while since my first video. Now there are 2 different ways that you can make a pencil holder or make a brush holder, whatever you want to use it for. And I'm going to show you both. So you're going to need tissue paper, Mod Podge, I use the matte kind because that's just what I preferred, glitter, one of those little sponge brushes, scissors, and mason jars. You can find all of these at the craft store. So with the first one, it may be a throwback to when you were a kid, but you're going to cut up your tissue paper. It doesn't matter what sizes you cut them up. I cut them up in triangles, squares. I just kind of went clipping away because you're going to overlap them anyway, and it will create a really cool texture once you're finished. And I laid down my Mod Podge onto the mason jar, and I just laid them on top of there, glued it all down, and you're going to cover it as well with the Mod Podge just so it all stays and it doesn't start folding back once it is all dry. After you're finished with that one, the second option is to draw a line of Mod Podge. I also drew on a little heart, which you probably saw in the preview. And I'm just going to sprinkle on some glitter on there, and there you go. Once it's dry, and you've got a glittered mason jar now. Woo! Don't we love glitter? For the next DIY, you're going to need a picture frame, scissors, glue, a piece of paper, and 7 different paint swatches of at least 5 colors on there. You're first going to cut off 2 of the colors because there are at least only 5 weeks in a month, so we don't need all 7. And the reason I said you needed 7 is because there are 7 days in 1 week. Wow, math guys. And just kind of trim them down. You will trim according to how you lay it out once you put it on your frame, which is very important next step that we are going to do. We are going to lay out our colors before we glue them down because I had to trim down my colors quite a bit, but it turned out okay. I still like it. And you can do this however you want. I did like a rainbow effect from darkest to lightest. You can do all one color, fading to however you want it. That's the joy of making your own paint swatch calendar. And when that's all done, just go ahead and add on the glass covering once again and check your phone to how the month is laid out and follow accordingly. Our last and messiest project includes something to mix paint and water with, a straw, a brush, optional masking tape if you want to lay out a design, a pillowcase. I actually just ended up making my own pillow because I was not happy with what I saw in the store, and at least 5 different paint colors. I did kind of like a galaxy type paint color look, you know, the whole Tumblr ordeal stuff, you know. I'm trying to be cool, okay guys? I'm trying to be cool. So you're going to mix the paint and water and get your hands all messy and dirty and splish it and splash it around. What I used the straw for was I sucked a little bit of the water up. Don't suck it all the way up because that would probably taste really nasty and give you a tummy ache. And once I got a little bit in there, I blew into the other end and it created this really cool splatter effect. And this gives it a watercolor look.
Don't be scared to run this back. I'm rapping for the girls who are taking over the world. Help me raise a glass for the college grads. 41 rollie to let you know what time it is. Check, you can't hold me. I work my 9 to 5, better cut my check. This goes up to all the women getting it in. You on your grind. Do all the men that respect what I do. Please accept my shine. Boy, you know you love it. How we smart enough to make these millions, strong enough to bear the children.
If you're seeing me again, that means you made it through this whole video, and for that, thank you for watching. If you're going away to college, it is definitely very scary. I mean, I actually went to college in the same town that I lived, so I really didn't go that far away. I could have saved a lot of money staying at home too, but there's just something about the dorm experience that I really didn't want to miss out on. Even though I did stay in the same town, it definitely still was scary because I don't have my parents there all the time. Like, yeah, they're a phone call away. Yeah, they're just a short little drive away. But it's still like you have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure you're up and whatnot. And for like the first 18 years of your life, your parents are doing that for you, and suddenly you're just like thrown into being an adult. I hope that you really have a great first year at school. You will probably run into a lot of just difficulties. It's not always easy having a roommate, especially if you've never really shared a room with anybody before. And it's the same thing with suite mates. You can get along just fine with your roommate, but your suite mates, maybe a different story because you both have to, you all collectively have to buy toilet paper and whatnot, and sometimes people don't like those talks. This August, actually in a couple of weeks, it will mark the 5-year anniversary since I first moved in, and that's, wow. It goes by really fast. Like, if you thought high school went by fast, like, college went by really fast. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy every moment of it. If you get stressed, if you get sad, you're gonna hit rough patches, but just remember that everybody hits a rough patch. It is not smooth sailing for nobody. It may look like it, but trust me, those people are just really good at masking that. Alright, my little darling sugar plums, pumpkin pies, baby boops. I love you guys. Don't forget to like this if you liked my video, or if you just liked what I had to say, which probably wasn't anything really cool. And don't forget to come back next week. I already just said that, but I'm really trying to reiterate the point here. So, hope to see you next week. Apparently, my cat doesn't like Jason Derulo because he's trying to get it to stop playing on my phone. Aww.